You are toxic. Now let me tell you about a guy walking down the street, coffee's in hand, minding his own business, and out of nowhere, somebody bumps into him. Now this wasn't on purpose. It's a random guy who was walking down the street, not watching where he was going, and coffee goes everywhere. It goes all over his hand, all over his shirt, on the ground. Now here is my question for you. Who is at fault that he spilled the coffee? Is it the guy that bumped him? Or is it the guy who had the coffee in the cup? Before you argue with me, it is the guy who has the coffee in the cup. And let me explain. What you have in your cup is what you're gonna spill. If you had water in your cup, you're gonna spill water. If you have soda in your cup, you're gonna spill soda. He spilled coffee for one reason, and only one reason, and it's because he had coffee in his cup. The bump just revealed what was already in his cup, and that's right there is us. Life is going to bump into us all the time. You can have a hard day, a rude comment, bad news, or a bill you were not expecting. The bump is coming, that part you don't control, and what spills out of you when it happens. It's not about the bump, it's what you are already carrying. If you are full of anger, you're gonna spill anger. If you are full of toxic, say you're in a toxic relationship, you are gonna spill toxic. If you've just been around negative people all day, when it comes to something happening, you're gonna spill negativity. And if you are filled with positivity, if you are filled with abundance, if you are filled with gratitude, when life hits you, that is what you spill. The real question isn't who bumped me. The real question is, what am I filling my cup with? And here's the thing nobody wants to hear. You don't fill your own cup in a vacuum. You get filled with people you spend your time with. Hang around negative people long enough, you start carrying their negativity. Sit in a room of gossip, you start carrying that gossip. Surround yourself with people full of life, gratitude, and abundance, and that's what starts filling you up. That's what you spill when the bump comes. So I want to give you something practical that you can follow. Not just a nice story, something you can actually do this week. Write down the 4 people you talk to the most, people you spend the most time with. And you might just be wondering why only 4? Because I'd rather you have 4 quarters than 100 pennies. 100 pennies feel like a lot in your pocket. 4 quarters are worth more, yet way less. Relationships have value. We are not counting how many people you know. We are weighing the ones that are closest to you. Now, for each of the 4, score them 1 out of 5 for these 5 questions. Question number 1, when I leave the conversation with this person, do I feel poured into or do I feel drained? Question number 2, when something good happens to me, do they celebrate it or do they shrink it? Question number 3, when I'm struggling, do they speak life and solutions or they just feed to the fire? Question number 4, do our conversations lean towards gratitude and possibilities or complaints and gossip? And question number 5, am I being more of who I want to be when I'm around this person? Now add it up. Those 4 people that are in your life, are they adding value to you or are they subtracting for you? Now the question is also, who are you in their lives? How are you starting those conversations? When they're having gossip, do you just say, you know what, let's ride in the gossip and live in the gossip? You need to look in the mirror as well and say, am I being who I need to be the best version for others? How am I showing up for my relationships? When they talk negative, am I just saying, you know what, you're right? Or am I flipping the conversation and switching how they look at things or just not even joining into that type of conversation? This is something you need to ask yourself because what you pour is important. Who you are is important. And when things happen, you need to be that person that has gratitude, that lives in abundance, and that speaks life into other people because those are the type of people you need to be around and other people need to be around as well. The goal is to find your 4 quarters, the 4 people that are going to be positive, the 4 people that are going to lift you up, and the 4 people you're going to lift up as well. It needs to be both of y'all on the same page, both of y'all speaking life into each other. And this is something that you're gonna ask yourself, what fills my cup? What fills my purpose? And who am I to others and who are they to me? And this is what you're gonna pour into life. Let's go, let's grow, let's get it.